Lately, it's been hell living at home, and not because of my mom, because of my stepdad. He's the most miserable, grouchy motherfucker on the face of the earth. And there's just not one happy moment with him. He's just angry and pissed off all the time. And he's bossy, too. He'll, order everybody around, and it's like walking on eggshells being around him. I just try to avoid him. Honestly, I hide in my room and stay in my room and don't come out because of him, because of how difficult it is to be around him. He has no sense of humor. He's the opposite of fun. Honestly, I don't see how anybody could want to be in a relationship with him. He's just such a miserable motherfucker, and he's just a terrible person. He just sucks so badly. And you might be like, all right, he's taken care of you all these years. Maybe he's not that bad. But, I come in the house and I sense this animosity and anger. He's shaking his head when he sees me. He thinks of me as being kind of like a loser, a failure that is incapable of working, that's incapable of being successful. And I want to scream, I'm not a fucking loser. I shouldn't have gotten that angry there, but he doesn't see my worth. He sees me as being a drain, a burden, and he resents me because of it. And my mom and stepdad are constantly arguing, fighting, complaining, and they always make it like I'm the reason they're fighting. Oh, if it wasn't for Andrew, we wouldn't dislike each other. But the reality is, the reason they don't like each other is because they don't like each other. I try to hide in my room. I try to give them space. I try to just make myself invisible. But even when I try to make myself invisible, they still notice me, and they still yell at me, and and they keep buying dogs, but they hate the fucking dogs. Dale is yelling at the dogs all fucking day. He's hitting the dog. He's muzzling the dog, and not muzzling, but with his hand. And he's like, Kylie, sit still. All fucking day he's yelling at this fucking dog. And there's nothing. I want to say to him, relax. It's a dog. Pet the dog. Be nice to the dog. Don't yell at the dogs for barking. It's a dog. They can be frustrating at times, I understand, but it's like he has no patience. He's not easygoing. Everything makes him flip out. If the dog jumps up on the couch, it's like he has a nervous breakdown. And it's like, Kylie, you jumped on the couch. It's like the dog just murdered somebody. I'm like, that's what dogs do. It's a fucking puppy. But I'm not saying anything. God forbid I said a word. I hide in my room. And, he orders me around. He bosses me. He yells at me. And most of the time I say nothing. Most of the time I'm silent. Most of the time I don't do anything. But, one time, he's like, use the tongs to pick up the spaghetti. Not spaghetti, French fries. Use the tongs to pick up the French fries, because he thought I was picking up the French fries with my hands. I wasn't. I was using the tongs. So I'm like, I am using the tongs, Dale. It was like a passive-aggressive reaction. I don't say anything, I don't do anything, and then I just react in a hostile type of way. I wasn't really that aggressive, but aggressive nonetheless. And then they make it like everything has been my fault this entire time. They're like, because of you, we are so negative. Because of you, this is a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, they're like, oh, you were so nasty to Dale. You're so nasty to Dale all the time. I'm not nasty to Dale. He's nasty to me always. He's always fucking nasty to me. And I sense the animosity. I sense the anger coming from him. He doesn't even have to say a word. I sense that he hates me. And, and maybe getting out, getting on my own, getting independent, getting a job, just getting out of this fucking house will, make things better, because he's the most grouchy, miserable motherfucker on the face of the earth. And I don't want to say I hate him, because he's been here throughout the years. He's been supportive. He pays for me, but I don't like him. I just don't like him. I really don't. And I know I should. He's gotten emotional when it comes to me. But I don't like him. I just don't like him. He's not a nice person. He's a shithead.